What's up guys, this is Willy. Welcome back to Three Pedal Devils. Today we're working on the DR-Z400S again. In the last video I installed this 3.9 I believe, or 3.7 gallon Acerbis fuel tank so I could get a little extra range out of this thing for adventure riding. In the video before that I designed, printed and tested out this little housing to hold my ignition cylinder and a Moto Power USB port. So if that interests you and you haven't seen those, go back, check those out, and subscribe to the channel so you can see more DR-Z, Tau Tau, TX, Nighthawk, R6, DR-Z number 2, Intruder, Ninja 250, XS400, CRF 450R content. Right, Matt?
Yeah, minus a couple of those.
But definitely this one.
Yeah, definitely this one. This one and the Tau Tau.
We'll let him get back to it. He's got things to solve. But yeah, I still haven't said what we're doing and it's a minute in. I suck at this. We're installing this Tusk Rackless bag system for the tail of the DR-Z. I don't know how it attaches yet, but let's set it down, get that figured out. So I figured we'd start with a little roundup of what came in the kit. I was too impatient and unboxed it before the video started, but here's one of the side bags. Here's the other one. In one of them came this pack of two like neon green 15-liter dry bags for them. Then I've got the 2 pages of instructions. There's a little baggie with a bunch of hardware and a Tusk sticker. And then this piece, which is like the rear center mounting section. I think I might be missing a part because just reading the first few steps of the instructions talks about installing the Tusk heat shield on the exhaust where the bag rests, and shows like a metal piece with a metal hose clamp, and I don't have that in any of the parts. I don't have that in any of the bags, so I'm not really sure what the deal is with that. But I think I've got everything else, so I'm going to start with step 1, which is bolting the side bags onto, I believe, this section of the mount. So I'm going to get started with that. I got the first one started here. Put the middle one in first, and then this inner one. It was pretty hard, and you can see this one's actually kind of crooked because their holes don't line up really at all. It was like half of the bolt diameter off. So that kind of sucks, but I got that one started now, and I'm going to wait to put the back one in until I put it on the bike. But they have these little like T-nuts with teeth that bite in that go under here on the bottom of the hole on the mount, and then just some really short kind of panhead Allen screws with some Loctite on them that bolt the bags down. So I'm going to put this other side on and then throw it up on the bike and start doing the next step. Fitment's not great so far, but the material quality feels pretty nice. I'm on step 2 and 3 now, which was to basically place the loosely mounted bags and mount up on the bike and find the mounting location for your specific bike for this last hole. There's three holes down there, and with the slot you can kind of pivot it slightly around this bolt. So I liked it in the furthest forward position. It kind of hugs the shape of the bike better. So that's where I'm going to put those. And after that, it's to tighten down all 6 bolts. And then here's the heat shield part that I don't have, but I'm going to finish tightening those down, see how it ends up, and then get started on the next step, which I presume is strapping this thing down somehow. I haven't been doing too much time-lapse because it's not that exciting. There's not really parts coming on or off. I'm just kind of trying to find strap-down points and stuff. The steps I was supposed to just do were bolting these little cam buckles to the back of the fender or your rear rack, but the shape of these little buckles is kind of the same as the lip on the back of my rack, so I just didn't put the buckles on and just wrapped the strap around the rack like I would have if I used the buckles. You can kind of see in that picture, but that seemed to work out pretty good. Less parts I gotta install, less holes I gotta drill, And then these actually are pretty nice buckles I can save for something else if I want to put a different mounting point somewhere to, I don't know, strap something to the back here. I can reuse those. So yeah, that worked out good. And then the bottom, there's kind of this cam strap, or this strap with this cam buckle. And I was thinking about reusing those things that I didn't use on the back here, but there's a pretty decent section on the passenger foot pegs that it can wrap around. So I just did that, and that seemed to work out pretty good. Kind of tightened them up and bent them down towards the bike a little bit to help them sit a little better. So I do have the whole thing strapped down now. There's just 4 straps that hold it in place, and it's a little sturdier than I expected it to be, but seems pretty nice. And now I think all I got to do is do a little bit of strap management. There's got these little velcros here so I can roll this up and retain that strap, or if I'm confident that I don't need this much length, I could always cut it and melt the end off and have a lot less, but I'll probably leave it for now until I'm sure that it's in the right position. Stuffed these bags just with a pair of jeans and a coat that I had, and doing some test fitment right now. And then I've got this other huge 60-liter Amazon waterproof duffel that I'm going to try to mount up on the center. So that's what I'm working on now. So I finished getting the Tusk bags and Rackless system installed. Started working on mocking up the rest of my bag system, but realized it's going to take me quite a while longer because this huge bag is kind of difficult to strap down. So I'm going to have to get a little creative with the straps and do some nice routing. Probably get a couple other straps and spare buckles actually, just to make it a little easier. So I'm going to tackle that another day. But this is kind of how I'm planning to run my setup for round 2 of the Trans-Wisconsin Adventure Trail and the Mid-Atlantic Backcountry Discovery Route. So I'll probably have my main camping stuff in this bag because I'll be able to unclip down here and down here, pull my tent and all that stuff out, and pillow. Probably run clothes and stuff in one side and then maybe food in the other or something. Then I'm planning on mounting this hard case somewhere to carry all the camera equipment, my drone, the GoPros, possibly this camera if I bring it. And then I got my little fender bag on the front. Just planning to carry any paper documentation there and my toolkit, but I need to come up with a little strapping solution here. Probably put some holes in the fender and bungee it down flat so it doesn't block any of the headlight beam. But it's coming together. After I did get the Tusk bags strapped down, I did get a little more happy with them. It was mostly just the hole misalignment that was pretty annoying and I didn't like. But the bags are fairly nice and the straps work out well and it stays fairly rigid on there. So we'll do a comparison and review with Matt's setup on his DR-Z, which currently is not there, in a future video. So stay tuned for that. We'll see whose is better.
Mine.